Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Eleni. I'm a first year dental student, and today I wanted to do a get ready with me video. I've never done a video like this before, so I wanted to try it out, do something fun. And I had originally planned to do this on the day of my basics presentation, and I wanted to get ready with you guys and kind of just talk to you guys about basics. And the morning of, I was just so busy, I didn't have time to film it. And it's actually Sunday now, and I thought, why not still do it and talk to you guys about basics, because I think that's something very unique to Tufts. And so yeah, that's what I want to do today with you guys. So let's get into it. So I'm not really like a makeup expert or anything like that, so I'm just gonna do like a very basic makeup routine for you guys. And I basically just wanted to talk to you about basics mostly, and so let's get into it. So the first thing that I use is the facial toner by Witch Hazel, and this is just a very soft toner. I was using the Glossier toner, which is a little bit stronger, and it basically, I think it just cleans out your pores, and the Glossier one was really good because it really helped with my skin and with my acne. So this one is a lighter toner, so I think it's better for all types of skins, even if you're not someone with acne. But I like to put this on after I wash my face. So I already had washed my face in the shower, so I'm just going to use this lightly right now all over my face. Okay, so after that I'm going to use a moisturizer on my face, and I just use La Roche-Posay, and this is a matte finish, so it is an anti-enlarged pores moisturizer and anti-shine. So as I put this on, I'll start talking to you guys about basics. And so basically what basics is, it's a presentation that you do with your family. And so when you come to Tufts, you're assigned a second year big, and they're basically going to help you with your entrance into the school, and they're going to give you advice and tips, and they're going to help you transition into dental school. And so you have a second year big, and then you also have a third year big and a fourth year big. And so next I'm going to put, this is a clear out by Clarins, and I actually got this at the Yankee Dental, and this is just for any acne spots you have. So I'm just going to put this on a few spots that I see on my skin. And so basically with your big, your family, they're also going to be the people that you assist in the clinic. So I've already assisted my third year big and my fourth year, and their patients will then go to you. So they're going to be handing down their patients to you. And having this family is really nice because they're kind of just like automatically some friends that you have in the school and some mentors that you can have, and you can just ask them about anything. So now I'm going to put on a foundation, and I don't do anything fancy. I don't do like any contouring or anything like that. I'm very basic with my makeup, and this is just Bioderma, and it has some SPF in it, so it's perfect skin sun care, very high protection, combination to oily skin, and it has 50 SPF. I'm just going to put this as my foundation. And so with your family, you are going to do a presentation, and everyone does it every year. And so basically your fourth year big is going to pick one of their patients, and you guys are going to do a presentation on this patient. And so as a first year, you either talk about the dental anatomy regarding, and it has to correlate with the patient. So say on the patient you're doing, I don't know, a crown on a second molar. So the first year would talk about the anatomy of the second molar or something like that. Or you can talk about the principle of ethics. So in my presentation I talked about patient autonomy, which is when the dentist has to respect the patient's wishes on which treatment to get. So for our patient, she had to pick a cheaper treatment option because of financial restrictions. So I talked about patient autonomy, and I also actually talked about diabetes in my presentation because our patient was diabetic as well. And so then as a second year, you present on medications that the patient might be taking, and then the third year does research on a topic that concerns the patient. So you do an evidence-based background, like research, and you present on that as a third year. And then the fourth year is basically the leader of the presentation, and they obviously pick the patient, and then they're the one who leads the presentation, and they're the ones that are going to be graded at the end, and you either pass or fail. And I believe it's a requirement to graduate that you have to pass the presentation. And I think typically everyone passes, so it's not too concerning. As long as you do everything on the presentation, then you're going to pass. So that's what the 4th year does. They pick the case, they present most of it, they have to talk about the patient, they have to talk about what they do and all the treatment options, and then the different phases of the treatment. And so that's basically what the 4th year does. Now I'm gonna do some bronzer, and I just use the plain Sephora bronzer, and this is Fiji. And I have this brush. I've had the oldest brush from Sephora for the longest time, and I finally went and got this brush from Marshall's. I'm really not that big into makeup or anything, so I just got like a cheap brush. And so I'm just gonna put this like all over lightly. So basically, normally the presentation will be done around 7:45 in the morning before classes even start. And the good thing about basics is that they will have usually like breakfast things for you. So they'll have bagels and muffins and coffee and all that stuff. And so you're required to go to 4 other presentations. And it's actually kind of fun because you learn about different procedures, different things that can happen in the clinic, and it's actually very informative to go to these basics presentations, and you can learn a lot of stuff going to these presentations. So it's kind of nice going to see other people's presentations. And so because of the pandemic, I couldn't do mine in person, so we had to do it over Zoom, and it actually made it a lot easier because I could just read off the screen, and it looks like I was still looking up at the camera and looking at everyone, so you couldn't really tell that I was just reading off, which was kind of nice. Whereas like if you're in person, you can obviously tell if someone's looking down and like reading rather than like looking up and presenting. So I think it made it a lot easier, and obviously like you're not in front of people, you're not standing in front of people, so it was a bit easier doing it over Zoom than in person, which was kind of nice. And so the last thing that I'm going to do is use my Lancome mascara and just put a very light layer on my eyelashes. And this is the typical makeup that I do for school. I don't like to wear a ton of makeup, but I still like to wear a little bit because I think that you look a little bit more professional when you have your makeup done. And I also feel like my skin never really looks that good, so I don't like to show up with blemishes on my skin, so I like to just wear a little bit of foundation just to cover it up and look a little bit nicer. And I do very basic makeup because I think it's more professional, and I think that if you put a lot of makeup, like a lot of eyeshadow and like dark colors, like you're gonna go out or something, then I don't think it is as professional. And I also like to wear my little hoop earrings because I think that having earrings on just gives you a nice little touch and makes you look more put together. My mom always tells me to wear my earrings before I leave the house. So I always like to put earrings because I feel like they make you look nicer. And I also wore, I'll show you guys what I wore. And then for the presentation, even though it was over Zoom, I wore a nice white t-shirt, and I also wore these really comfy pants that I have from Zara, and they're just like a very nice material, so they're very comfortable to wear. And yeah, they're from Zara, and they're they have like this band at the top, so you can just tighten it and you can tuck in your shirt into it. So I really like these pants to wear, and they're very comfortable. So you typically want to dress up for basics. Usually the 4th year will wear like a blazer or something. I might have worn a blazer if it was in person, but it was just over Zoom, so I kind of just kept it simple. And yeah, that's basically everything I do for my makeup. Just keep it very simple with just the foundation, the bronzer, and then mascara. Maybe I would have put on some eyeliner if it was in person, but because it was over Zoom, I just wanted to keep it very simple and basic. And I probably would have done something to my hair, maybe like blow dried it or something. But yeah, and basics is just like a fun way to connect with the older students and learn about things in the clinic. And I think it's a great way that the school integrates all the different years. So you're not just talking to first years, you're also talking to second years, third years, and fourth years. And I think basics is great, and having that family is a really great and unique thing at Tufts. So that's something to look forward to if you are going to Tufts. And yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.